Hello. So, not too long ago was the CMA Awards. First, I will be sharing with you what I had for my predictions. And for my predictions, some of the categories I had more than one prediction because, the song or the artist or whatever had a phenomenal year, on the charts or, whatever. For Song of the Year, I had Tim McGraw and Thomas Rhett. Or Tim McGraw or Thomas Rhett. So I was right about that. For vocal duo, I put Let Me Not Even Go There. Which means my prediction was unfortunately going to be Florida Georgia Line. Yeah, those idiots. But I was wrong about that, and I'm okay with that. For album, I had Maren Morris or Eric Church, and I put in parentheses. Obviously, I would love Carrie to win though, and I was right about that because Eric Church won. For Video of the Year, I had Cam or Tim McGraw. I was wrong about that. Vocal group, I had Little Big Town, and I was right about that. And musical event, I had set for Dierks Bentley and Elle King, and I was right about that. For single, I had Tim McGraw or Thomas Rhett, and I was right about that because Thomas Rhett won. For new artists, I had Maren Morris, and I was right about that. Female vocalist, I had set for Carrie Underwood, and for a change, it happened. I was right. For male vocalist, I had Chris Stapleton, and I was right about that. And I'm not even going to go for Entertainer of the Year. But now let's talk about the performances. Now I'm only going to talk about a few, because to be honest with you, I don't remember a lot of them. Carrie Underwood did fantastic with Dirty Laundry. She did amazing. She put a fantastic spin on it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I looked at the guitarists, mainly one of the guitarists, I thought it was a man in drag. It was Orianthi. I'm sorry. But she had an all-female band, and I was like, woo! I'm obviously okay with that, because female power. Females rock. And she put a very good spin on that song. And I love that song. Oh my god. Maren Morris, she definitely brought the house down with My Church. And I thought actually that was like a fitting song to perform, because if you listen to the song, it kind of sort of represents, what the 50th CMAs are about. So, and she did a great job. She had like a choir and everything. She was literally taking us to church. Who else? I think really the only other one I have to talk about is, also the Dolly Parton tribute. I like that one. That was a pretty good one. You had Jennifer Nettles, you had Casey Musgraves, and you had Martina McBride and Carrie Underwood and Reba McEntire. Pretty good, and I think that they did because the tagline, is that what you call it, for this year's CMAs, because it was obviously the 50th, was Then, Now, Forever Country. And I think they did a very good job embodying that, at least with that performance, because you had all the females in there, that have represented the then and the now all together, Forever Country. So they did a great job with that one. And The one I think most people were not expecting, and some didn't like, even before they went on, was Beyonce. Now, I am all for a good collaboration, even though I don't like the Dixie Chicks. I love Beyonce. And a lot of people didn't want this to happen because it's Beyonce. What is Beyonce doing at a country award show? Well, first of all, she's doing a country song. So I don't see what the problem is here. It's just I think a lot of the country fans are afraid of, embracing the outside genres. And I say, and I also say, they did a fantastic job. They did great. I loved it. And can we also talk about how great Carrie Underwood's outfits were? My personal favorites were the one she had during the opening monologue, the one where she had Dolly Parton, kind of like reenacting Dolly Parton and Reba and Shania. Because if you guys didn't read beforehand or didn't catch on beforehand, what she was going to do during the show, throughout the show, was represent a decade of country music. One outfit to represent the 60s and the 70s and so on and so forth. So I thought that was a great idea. And what else? Shoot. Oh, I forgot another performance. Little Big Town. Oh my gosh, that was such a good one. Better Man is a great song. And not because it's written by Taylor Swift. By the way, I did a review on that song. You should go watch it. That's a great song. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough good things about Better Man. It's so good. It is so good. And now we can go back to whatever we're talking about. Oh gosh. By the way, I'm also very excited that, I was very excited to see Taylor Swift back at the CMAs. I was like, hey girl, where you been? Can you come back? I don't care what she does. She can stick to country, she can stick to pop. It's whatever Taylor Swift wants. Because whatever Taylor Swift wants, Taylor Swift will get. Because she's Taylor frickin' Swift. But she looked great, She looked amazing. And now on to my thoughts on the actual awards. Let's see. Musical event. As much as I do love Keith and Carrie's song, I really wasn't expecting it to win. I didn't have my heart set on it winning. But me personally, I think they should have waited till next year, if they knew we're going to make it a single, But me personally, I would have either went for The Fighter, or Think of You, or Home Alone Tonight. But Dierks Bentley and Elle King won, and that's fine, because it's a different collaboration, and I'm always down for a good collaboration. So I'm not hurt by it. Album of the Year, which of course My Girl was up for. She did not win, and I didn't expect her to either. But if Carrie didn't win, I would have wanted Maren Morris, because just listen to her album. It's fantastic. It's so good. But Eric Church won it, and that doesn't surprise me. That was one of my predictions. So Song of the Year, I'm glad Die Happy Man did not win that one. But it did win single. And he did perform it. In my opinion, Die Happy Man is overrated. Unless you listen to the version with Tori Kelly. Because that version's a good one. It's more better. But was I surprised I Happy Man won Single of the Year? Not really. Was I surprised Chris Stapleton won Male Vocalist? Not really. However, I was surprised he did win Video of the Year, because I thought that probably would have won Tim McGraw at least, even though I had both Cam and Tim McGraw in there for my predictions. I was surprised that Tim McGraw didn't win that one. But it really wasn't Tim McGraw's fault. Yeah. You know, it's just the CMAs being the CMAs. And I'm very happy about, you know, Little Big Town winning Vocal Group of the Year. They're one of my favorite groups ever, so I have no complaints there, obviously. And new artists went to Maren Morris, and that makes me very happy because I love her, you know. It's like she's a breath of fresh air, you know. She's awesome. I seen her when she was opening for Keith Urban, and it was just, she was just great. And for, you know, even before I saw her, I was like, but after I saw her, I was like, okay, I need to buy her album. This was back in August. It's like, I need to buy her album. So I bought it, and I was not disappointed at all. By the way, Maren, you need to make Rich a single. And maybe Sugar. Just saying. But congratulations, Maren, on that one. Woo! And my favorite of the night, because I never thought in a million years it would ever happen. Female Vocalist of the Year went to Carrie Underwood. Now, if you know, she has not won a CMA since 2008. Well, now she hasn't won one since 2016. I think the CMAs knew that if she did not win, it would have been an outrage. Because, I mean, you know, Maren and Kelsey have had a stellar year. Casey, I mean, within the first half, a little bit of the first part of the eligibility period. The eligibility period, I believe, is July 1st. This year is July 1st, 15 to June 30th of this year. As it actually is always every year. But she did do a little bit of singles and videos and all that stuff during the eligibility period, so I could see why she won a nomination for the category. And Miranda Lambert, with the eligibility period, she didn't really do much at all, so they knew if they gave it to Miranda Lambert, there was going to be hell to pay. So I was like, when Carrie goes, when she accepted it, she goes, I've just suddenly become so stupid. I felt the same way, because I was like, hold it. Hold it. Did Carrie Underwood just win a CMA? Whoa. Hell just froze over. Pigs are flying. Carrie just won a CMA. Well, obviously, congratulations, Carrie, because you do deserve it. And an award I don't want to talk about. Entertainer of the Year. So, I'm not going to talk about it. And, overall thoughts on the CMAs, I thought they did a great job on the... Oh, hold on, before I continue closing thoughts. How was that opening monologue? That was so funny. That was hilarious. You know, that was probably their best monologue I've seen since. I mean, Brad and Carrie always knock it out, but I think this is probably the best monologue they've had since 14, at least, since 2014. But they did a great job. Crooked Carrie! That's Mrs. Underwood if you're nasty. Now closing thoughts. They definitely embodied the theme of this year's CMAs, which was to celebrate 50 years. And I believe they did that. You know, they definitely did that. So, Yeah, I mean, there's really no other closing thoughts besides they did a great job embodying 50 years, you know. I mean, you had Dolly Parton, you had Charlie Pride, you had Alan Jackson, you had Reba, and you had Randy Travis, which is so cool. And you had Alabama and Vince Gill and Clint Black and, you know, just everybody. Whether it be on the stage or on the screen. They did it well. They did it well. So CMAs, you did good this year. You did good this year. I'm going to go now and shut up because we're about to almost run on 16 minutes. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.